Hi guys, it's Nick, and my underrated film is The Crow with Brandon Lee. I feel that this is massively underrated, and every time I see a comic book list of top 10 films or anything that's just discussed around comic book films, I always feel that this one's always left out. It's got a bit of a massive cult following for this film, and yeah, I feel it's massively underrated. So, things I like about it, for me, it's a very dark film. Lots of action, violence, and there's also a little love story that's interconnected with it. And it's a weird combination of horror, sci-fi, action, love story. Yeah, it's got a bit of everything in there. Brandon obviously sadly passed away whilst making the film, but yeah, he's brilliant as Eric Draven. So obviously, him and his missus to be um, tragically killed by a gang. Eric comes back from the dead to then take revenge on all of them. So some highlights that I really like from the film. I love the flashbacks that Eric's getting throughout the film. Just really adds to the push for the revenge to kill all of the gang one by one. The gang themselves, I feel everyone in this film, the acting is brilliant. It doesn't feel cheap. You don't have anyone that is just really crap at acting. All of the gang, they for me had a real chemistry, and they felt like a gang. They felt ruthless. They felt like nasty people, and not people that you wanted to be around. Yeah, and I thought they were all brilliant. I love the scene with in the Gideon shop with the gun, where he's just chucking all the rings at him, finds the ring that's Shelley's, yeah, and then he's ready to go, blows the place up and bumps into the police officer. Next bit would be Fun Boy's death. Um, I love how he pushes the heroin out of the girl's mum, out of her arm. Um, yeah, and just the way that that scene plays. I know there's an extended version of where there's a bit more detail, but yeah, I love how Eric just walks into the room through the window, starts telling him a joke. Yeah, I love all that. Another favourite bit would be where it's actually T-Bird's death. So T-Bird doesn't even recognise him, doesn't know who he is, and I love it how he just clicks, and he's just like, I know you. And then yeah, Eric sends him off in the car, swimming into the river in an explosion of flames. Um, you also have then the big shootout where all of the main villains' gangs are, where they're all meeting, and Eric just walks in, gets blasted by about 50 guns, and then just starts taking everyone out. Um, and I like how he gets up to skank the guy that he's killing, and I think he feels a little bit sorry for him because he doesn't know what he's doing, but yep, he's got to go, lobs him through the window. Um, and I don't know, I like the dark setting of the film, and there's nothing that's compromised in terms of tone. It's the exact same all the way through. I would have loved to have seen the original version because I know there was a potential character called School Cowboy that was supposed to come in, and Eric's character was supposed to be like a guide for him, instead of the crow as such. I love all the rooftop jumping where he's basically going from building to building. Yeah, and I just feel it's just a great film. It's just one of them films that I love. And I feel it's massively underrated, and it needs a little bit more praise than what it's not been getting. So yeah, this is my underrated film for this week.